You know, when the COVID vaccines first came out, all of the anti-vaxxers were like, oh, it's not safe, I'm not going to get it. And then we started getting all of this data that proved how effective they were. And they said, oh, well, you only need that if you're old or overweight. And then we got even more data, and the more data showed that even people who are younger have a huge benefit from the COVID vaccines, such as an unvaccinated person in their 40s has a higher risk of dying from COVID than a vaccinated person in their 70s. And then, did they admit that they were wrong about the last thing or the last thing before that? No. They moved the goalposts again. They said, oh, but you'll see in the future, when there's more data, you'll see that it will eventually. Well, to be perfectly clear, we already knew that the COVID vaccines were safe from the trials that had been done before they were released. But by the nature of not understanding science, anti-vaxxers don't think these trials have a large enough sample for us to detect that with certainty. So they always appeal to some future potential, maybe moving goalpost about, well, maybe you'll see. Well, guess what? It's been 4 years since the COVID vaccines were administered in many countries worldwide. This is the study, if you want to look it up yourself. And here are the headline findings. 22.7 million vaccinated individuals, 5.9 million unvaccinated individuals followed for 4 years, median of 45 months. 74% lower risk of death from COVID, no increased risk of all-cause mortality. And you'll note, this is not among older individuals, this is among individuals aged 18 to 59. We already know from all of the data that we've been collecting that older individuals receive a far greater benefit from COVID vaccines than younger individuals. And still, younger individuals, healthier individuals, have a 74% lower risk of death just from getting vaccinated. And guess what? That's not even the headline. That's not even the biggest finding of this study. Watch this. There are a lot of numbers in this, so I'm going to summarize. Vaccinated individuals were older, had more comorbidities, meaning they were less healthy, and they still died less than the unvaccinated individuals. I'll repeat. They were older, they had more comorbidities, and they still died less. Go ahead and move the goalposts again, anti-vaxxers. A wise man once said you cannot reason someone out of a position they did not reason themselves into. If you believe in scientific and statistical literacy, educating people who want to be educated, combating people who need combated, you should follow me.